Danny, congratulations on your new player-coach contract here at Charlton Athletic. Can you talk us through what your role will entail?
Firstly, so my role will entail learning. I've got some fantastic people here to learn from. So Nathan, Brainy, Flem, Dave Huzzy, Locke, Souls, they've all been brilliant with me. The last few weeks have been, it's been different. So it's been, staying behind later after training, just trying to be a sponge, learn about analysis, S&C, all the kind of stuff that you take for granted, when you're just player. And you have a real appreciation of kind of all the planning and preparation that goes into stuff and being successful and running a successful, first team and playing stuff. So it's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. So firstly, to learn. Second, to try and contribute on the football pitch still, as and when I'm needed. Obviously, I'm slightly older now. So I know my role's a little bit different now. I'm not probably going to be expected to play sort of 90 minutes every game, but my role will be to, continue to try and contribute in our environment and our culture, which is massive. And we're fortunate enough to have a really good one here, but to continue to try and do that, be a positive influence, be a positive person for the forwards, and especially the forwards, but some of the youngsters that we got here, and get involved. So I've been getting involved with, Dave Huzzy, the IDP coach. I've been getting involved with him on the grass. I touched upon Brainy and Flem. They've been brilliant with me, allowing me to get involved with some first team sessions when I'm not training. And just be a full-time pest really around the place. And like I said, just try and be a sponge, keep learning and try and contribute.
And how much have you enjoyed your time here so far?
It's been so good, and I know that's the cliche, easy answer to say, but from day one I walked in here in pre-season, some places you go to and it just feels nice and it feels like you want to be there. And I came in and obviously there was a few familiar faces, which made it a little bit easier. But I come in initially just to kind of train and keep fit, and it had an unbelievable feel. You don't need me to tell you about how big Charlton Athletic is and how big the club is, but walking in that change room, the lads were brilliant. There was already a culture and an environment there that was a lot of similarities to other places I've been and that have had success. Nathan's big on that, and he always creates really good dressing rooms. So it was amazing. I've really enjoyed my time here. Real thankful that I've been given an opportunity now to kind of stay for the rest of the season, and it's an opportunity I'm willing to work at and take with both hands and try and involve myself as much as I can, try and contribute as much as I can, but try and learn as much as I can as well.
And you're obviously at the start of your coaching journey. What are your ambitions and how would you describe yourself as a coach?
Boring answer, I'm just trying to learn. I've got wonderful people here to learn from. I think so highly of Nathan. Anyone that's heard me speak about him before, I'm not just saying this, but I think he's incredible. I think he's the best in terms of coach. I think he's amazing. He's not just what he does on the grass, but his man management and the way he is and his passion and how intense he is at times. But I think he's brilliant. So to learn from him and watch him day in, day out is brilliant. You've got Curtis Fleming and Brainy. So I could go on and name them all, but it's a really good opportunity for me to go and learn. So I'm just going to continue to do that. In terms of how I am as a coach, I'm relatively new, but I'm someone that I want to get involved. I want to get on the grass. I want to be hands-on. I want to try and help. So in any way I can, and I'm really looking forward to the opportunity I've been given.
And Nathan Jones has often praised your positive impact on the environment here at Sparrows Lane. Is that something that you take pride in?
I think it comes natural. It's probably something that throughout my career, in the most unegotistical way, I like to think I try and be a good human, I try and be a nice guy. And in around the place, I like to have a laugh and a joke, and I tend to get on with everybody, and I think that's important as well. You be in change rooms where there's cliques and it's not always the best for your environment. So I try and come in and add to that, be a good person, be someone that people can speak to, quite empathetic, try and have that balance of fun and seriousness. So yeah, I suppose it is a compliment that he thinks I add to that environment, but also to kind of, when you're winning games and the team that are playing, that 11 or that 12, 13 players that are involved and have played, that kind of run themselves. So my role as a senior member, an experienced member, now is to kind of get around the boys that aren't playing and just try and spot what the changing room needs at times and try and do the best I can to lift people, or make sure people aren't too high after a win, make sure people aren't too low if we lose, and just try and be that kind of experienced middle head. So it is a backhanded comment, and I thank him for that, and I'll just keep trying to contribute to our environment.
And you're working with some talented young strikers here already. How much are you enjoying helping those players develop?
There's some unbelievable young talent here throughout the squad. The work they do within the academy and stuff is amazing, because there's some top youngsters, especially in forward areas as well. You know, my role is, again, not to tell them what to do or how to play, because they're their own person, their own player, and they've got their own styles. It's just about trying to maybe give little pointers to try and use my experiences and what I've been through, and try and help them. So it might just be small tweaks. I watch a lot of games back. I'm a bit of a geek, so I do that. I like to watch training back. I like to watch games back. And if I see anything, then yeah, just trying to have quiet conversations out on the pitch. The likes of DK, even Gassan's still only 24, I think, himself, so a relatively young man. And having them conversations with Miles and TC and people like that, just to try and see anything I see, to try and help them. So I really enjoy doing it. They're amazing people as well. They want to learn. They're hungry. They want to, they want to push on the leagues with Charlton. They want to be successful with Charlton, and I'm sure that they're going to go on and have wonderful careers.
And you've worked successfully with Nathan Jones for several years at Luton Town. How would you assess where we're at as a football club currently?
Lots of similarities, actually, in terms of probably my first year at Luton. We had a decent season. We missed out on promotion. We ended up in the playoffs and we missed out on promotion. And there's similarities for that first year. I do see it, but I think we're better equipped as a football club than what we were at that time at Luton to go and get promotion. I genuinely believe I wouldn't want to face us. I believe that we're one of the best teams in the league. I believe our record against the top teams in this league is good. We're on a fantastic run at the minute. So I think in terms of where we are as a football club, I think we're in a real good place at the minute to just, with 15 games to go, really hit them head on, continue the form that we're doing, continue the processes of what we do day in, day out. And I'm sure if we do that and we the best versions of ourselves, then we won't be far off.
And you've already got plenty of promotions on your CV already. How much will those experiences help you and the team ahead of this run-in?
I think as we get closer and we're in and around it, I think that you kind of that level head of being through that kind of experience before and being in this position before, it's really easy to get excited. It's really easy to also then lose a game, or because the chances are we will lose games. We're not going to win. Well, I hope we do, but the chances are we might not win 15 games in a row. And it's about, then trying to stay middle ground, not being too high, too low. There's lots of twists and turns, especially this time of season. The teams are going to go on a run, and it's just about, using your experience to keep that middle ground and try and guide people in that right way. So with the next 15 games, I'll try and do that, and I'll ensure that I try and have them conversations, or, make sure that we're not too high and too low. But it's something that I'm going to do, I'm comfortable with, so I'll try and fulfill that role as best as possible.